I'm just waiting for my computer to turn on. Okay. Cool. Oh, Netflix. This is me being unprepared. Do's and don'ts of investing. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for clicking on this video, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. I post new videos every Saturday, so make sure you're here every week for a new video, because like, this page is cool. I hope. This week, on this channel, what I like to talk about is I like to talk about productivity and time management, managing life, you know, adulting in general, because I'm learning and I have a lot of questions, so I figured I might as well answer those questions for other people. Today on this channel, we're going to be talking about investing. Shout out to Rochelle Rage for the suggestion. The reason that I'm actually very excited for this video is because I've always been interested in investing ever since I was like a little kid. I thought the idea of putting your money where your mouth is and saying, oh, I think this company is going to be successful, and then making money off of that was really cool. So I was always interested in it, but I never really understood how it worked, or, you know, what you have to do to be able to invest in companies. Do not come after me if you start investing and you lose money, because I'm gonna be honest, I kind of don't know what I'm doing either, but it's cool. So I think that you should be investing as soon as you can. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter, you know, how much money you can spare. You can literally be investing $1 or $5 or whatever, and in 20 years that's going to have made you money, and it could make you a significant amount of money if you're putting it in the right companies and you understand what you're doing. I always say it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can be an investor. It's just how much you're willing to invest in yourself in the future that really is important. With that, investing is a very individual thing. There's no rules in general. It's really up to you. Whatever companies you believe in, whatever companies you want to be investing in, whatever you think is going to be profitable, that's going to be where you're putting your money. You can be taking ideas from other people, but if you don't believe that, then you shouldn't be investing your money into that. That being said, let's get into some of these tips that I have for investing. My first big tip is do your research. Do your research, do your research, do your research, do your research. Have I said do your research? You can invest thousands of dollars, but it won't matter if it's in the wrong company and it ends up tanking. That's not gonna make you money at all. I'm not gonna invest my money in a dying industry. Like, what's a dying industry right now? What was that one? Blockbuster. I wouldn't have invested in Blockbuster when it was available because Blockbuster was a dying industry. Yeah, the idea of renting movies is cool, but the fact that we were moving into a digital age and Blockbuster was not moving with it, it was a dying industry. I still think that physically renting movies is a dying industry because everything is becoming digital. And especially with COVID, people don't want to be renting movies that other people have touched. No. Oh my gosh. What if that's why COVID has gone so long? Kidding. 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 When you're researching a company, look into their finances, look into how they treat their employees, look at their employee benefits, look at the company itself. What are they producing? What are they making? Look at the CEO. All of that is very important for how well a company does. I don't think people realize how well a company does is actually very heavily based in how well the employee retention is, how happy their employees are, because the happier employees are, the more likely that they're going to put in good work and the company is going to stay on its feet. Let's see. Walmart, employees hate working at Walmart. Fred Meyer, it's the same thing. I can go in there and if somebody's being honest about their job, 9 times out of 10 they're going to be like, yeah, I come in, I do my job, I go home. I don't want to be here, but it's my job. Whereas at Costco, you go in and the employees there are like, oh my gosh, I love my job. I'm so happy that I work here instead of Walmart or Fred Meyer's, because it's a much better work environment and they treat their employees a lot better. I absolutely would invest in Costco because Costco is definitely going to be around for a very long time. Also, take a look at how the general public feels about the company, because if the general public doesn't like the company, then why would you invest? I mean, like, yeah, companies like that, I wouldn't recommend investing in them. But again, do your research, and if you feel like it's a good investment, go for it. My second tip look into cryptocurrencies. Like I said before, we're moving into a more digital age, and with COVID, a lot of people don't want to be touching cash money. Visa, I think Visa is a good investment, as well as MasterCard, because you see Visa all the time. Wherever you don't see Visa, you'll probably see MasterCard. I believe that cryptocurrencies are going to be doing very well in the next 10, 15 years, and I believe the only case in which they don't do well is if we go into like the apocalypse, but at that point, are you really going to be worried about your investment? I personally really do believe in cryptocurrencies though. My cryptocurrencies that I've invested in, they're actually my best investments. Most of my cryptocurrencies they've profited more than 200%. I've invested in Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Dogecoin. I've invested in Algorand. All of my cryptocurrency investments have at least given me 100% back, if not 200, 300. My third tip, which should have been my first tip, but it's my third tip, look into the apps that you want to be investing with and see what they offer. I invest with Robinhood because it's a platform where I can invest in companies and cryptocurrencies, and I already have a lot of investments in Robinhood, and I don't really want to pull my investments out. But when GameStop and AMC and BlackBerry and I think one other company were all shooting through the roof and people were pumping the stock, Robinhood stops people's ability to buy. And that had a serious impact on the market, and people were very, very upset because it's kind of immoral. They essentially were controlling the market when they should have just let the market play out itself. With that, there was a lot of backlash on Robinhood, and a lot of people stopped investing through Robinhood and went to different apps. Now, I continue investing with Robinhood because I already have a lot of money in Robinhood and I didn't invest in any of those companies, so my stocks were okay. I didn't get affected. But if you're not interested in investing with Robinhood, there are plenty of other apps that you can use. And if you're wanting to invest with cryptocurrencies, I would definitely recommend Coinbase, because Coinbase has been one of the apps that I've used for the cryptocurrencies that I couldn't invest in with Robinhood. It's a great app, and that's where my Algorand investment is. And I actually get stock in Algorand just for having stock in Algorand. It's like a reward program. This goes hand in hand with the first tip though. Do your research. Make sure that the app that you're using is an app that you want to use and that you can stand behind and you don't think is going to negatively affect you or that you're going to be unhappy with in the future. Another tip I have for investing is don't invest in a stock or a company just because your friends or your family think you should. At the same time, don't pull out of a company because your friends or your family think you should. I've invested in a lot of companies that people were like, why are you investing in that company? Why are you putting money in that company? And not only did that company end up making me money, it ended up being my best stock like 5 times. On 5 different occasions that happened. That happened with all of my cryptocurrencies actually. Those ended up being a lot better than I even thought they would be, and it was because I knew, okay, well, I know that they're going to do good and I want to invest in them now. It doesn't matter if you think that they're a good investment or not. I think they are, so I'm going to invest my money into that. Well, look at me now. I just put my money where my mouth is and I made money. Just because other people think, oh, that's not a good investment, or, oh, why are you doing that? It's not their money. If they think that you should be investing your money in something else, guess what? They can go put their money in that other company. Either way, it does not matter to them. Investing is up to you. It's up to you individually. Do what you feel is right. And again, do your research. My last tip, start now. Start investing now. Don't start in a week. Don't start in a month. Don't start in a year. Don't do it when you have more money and you feel like you can spend. No, start investing $5 today. Start investing $1 today. Get an app, do your research, and invest your money in a company now. The sooner you start investing, the sooner you're making money. That's the way that I think about it. Whenever I'm investing my money, I'm always thinking about my 60-year-old self. Well, the phone is ringing. Whenever I'm investing my money, I'm always thinking about my 60-year-old self. And I'm always thinking, okay, I'm doing this for my retiring self. I'm doing this for the lady that will need that money because I don't want to have to worry about finances when I can no longer work. I always try and invest in companies that I think are going to last at least 10 years, but more often than not, through my entire lifetime. I think that Apple will definitely last. Tesla, I invested in Tesla, but I pulled out because it was a really hot stock and its PE ratio was ridiculous and I thought it was overpriced. I invest in Microsoft, I invest in Amazon, I invest in those cryptocurrencies. I think all of those are going to be around for a very, very long time. I'm investing now so that even when they do start to crash, I've invested so early that the stock value I can pull out before it gets too low that I've lost money. Whatever money I invest, my rule is I do not touch that until I am 60 years old. And really, like, if I wanted to, I could. If I was really in a pinch, I could pull out money, but I don't want to because I want to set myself up for success, and that should be your mindset. Is you're not setting yourself up in a year so that you can pull this money out and you can have, a couple extra dollars. You're setting yourself up so that when you retire, you have thousands of dollars that you've made from investing in companies so that you don't have to worry about the money that you get from the government or the money that you've saved up for yourself. It's setting yourself up now. You're putting money into a savings account that is giving you a 7% interest. That's higher than any interest you'll find in another savings account. Every day the stock market is changing. Every day the stock market is moving. You can either move with it now or you can move with it in 10 years when you find out you should have been moving with it sooner. Start now. I wish I had started when I was 16. Don't make my mistake. Alright, now that I've let out all of my passion about investing, I'm very passionate about this topic. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you start investing and this video has encouraged you to do that. Please leave me a comment down below if you liked this video, if you want to see more content like this. I absolutely am willing to make finance videos. I just like to also incorporate other videos. Don't forget to follow my socials. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to share this video to your friends because everyone needs investment tips. Like and subscribe. Come back next Saturday. It's gonna be a killer video. I don't know what it is yet, but it's gonna be a killer video. I know that. That's all I got for you. Start investing now. Bye!